For years, I have taught something that I no longer agree with. I used to say, when you are selecting or building your wealth, I'm talking about you selecting your asset classes to invest in. I used to say businesses or business ownership should be a part of that. But with time, as I've had opportunity to work with people here and there, I now agree that yes, business is great and it can be part of your wealth building class selections, but not everyone has the capacity to operate or manage a business. And so if you've ever said that question or ever said, business is not for me, hold on with me, because I may agree with you. But with that said, it does not eradicate the fact that everyone can own a part of a business. So before you say, okay, yes, I agree, and this is me, I'm not letting you off the wealth building hook. I need you to stay with me throughout this video, because the fact that businesses may not be for you does not mean you can't own a part of a business. Yes, this is something I have taught, and today I take it back. But not to discourage anyone who wants to move into businesses, because if you want to build wealth, I'm talking about real generational wealth, then business should still be the ordeal. Let's talk about why I changed my mind. For a long time, I believe everyone should try to start a business. And I understand why I believe that, because businesses can be one of the most powerful wealth building tools. Now, what am I talking about? You build a product, you provide a service, you create a system, then you generate revenue out of the system you have created. And if business is structured properly, you can eventually produce something that goes beyond your labor. I'm talking about multi-million companies. I'm talking about businesses that are in six figures. I'm talking about businesses that starts from zero, but within 5 years, we are almost hitting £100,000. So there is a possibility there. Having a business idea does not mean you have the capacity to run a business. Now, please mind my language. The emphasis is capacity. Therefore, you can be a highly intellectual person, but do not have the capacity to run or manage a business. You can also have the capacity, the ability to develop a product, but do not have the ability to sell the product. You can be highly educated and still struggle to manage cash flow. You can be highly an intellectual person or have a great and awesome professional background, but still struggle to manage people. So you see, the emphasis is capacity. So it is not whether you can, you cannot, but your capacity. That is something that I believe a lot of people lack. The fact that you had a difficult month personally does not remove the responsibility of running the business. And I have grown to say that not everyone wants that responsibility, and not everyone should have that responsibility anyway. And so, yes, capacity is my emphasis, and not everyone has that capability. But then, this is where the conversation gets firm, so stick with me. Yes, I do agree with you. You may not have the capacity to run or manage a business, but everyone should have the capacity to invest in an already made business. And that is another conversation that we are moving deeply into. Now, let's do a little bit of an exercise. And right now at this point, I just want us to be vulnerable to each other, all right? And so I know I am not where you are, but you can see me and you can also hear my voice. Now, let's start with your gadgets. I'm talking about the current telephone that you're holding. Using to watch me right now. Thank you for watching anyway. Do you like the phone? How long have you been using the phone? And if you are in the Western side, do you plan renewing your contract? Do you want to get onto a new contract when you finish paying for this phone? Let me go a little bit deeper. When the contract is due, do you intend to keep the same company but then an upgrade? So if it's an iPhone, do you want to upgrade it to the next level? If it is a Samsung, do you want to upgrade that to the next level? Now, let me also ask, how long have you stayed with this company? So if you've been with this company and regularly you keep upgrading, you keep updating yourself. Now, put that answer somewhere for me. Let's move on to the next level. Which platform are you using to watch this current video? Is it YouTube? Is it TikTok? Is it Instagram? Where are you? Is it Rumble? Wherever you find yourself, is it Spotify? Wherever you find yourself, do you like the visibility? Is there any ad that is rolling on your screen? What do you like on this platform? Do you like the fact that there is gossip? Do you like the fact that you get to see people like myself, YATFINANCE, talking about money? Do you like the fact that it distracts you from something? Probably that platform is something that really takes a better part of you. But let's go deeper. Let's get to your settings. What are we checking? We are checking your screen time. How long have you spent on this platform? So if you spend on a daily basis, you spend maybe an hour to 2 to 3 on this platform. That means there's something the platform is actually giving back in return to you. That is a good platform. Let's put that somewhere else. Now, let's walk into your wardrobe. As you're watching me, get up, let's go to your wardrobe. Take that cloth. When was the last time you touched it? When was the last time you wore it? So, if we put all of these answers together, now I need you to identify the company that produces these items. So we do not own the companies that produces these items. But these companies are listed on a stock exchange. I'm talking about the stock market. And so though we are not the owners of these companies, we can also own a part, a little bit of these companies. Let's say a script of these companies. So if the company is worth maybe £100 million, $100 million, I have just a £50. I invest into this company. Now, do I own a part of the company? Yes, believe it or not. You are a shareholder of the company. So once again, I do not own the company because I do not have the capacity to run or manage a multi-million company. I do not have the capacity to run a company, maybe a food company that is worth maybe £10,000. But I have the capacity to give a call to someone who owns the company. Can I invest in your company? That is a conversation you want to have with yourself. Now, this is where I do not want to tell you to go and invest. I want to give you the process to invest in, because probably you do not even understand when we say go and invest. And so take a pen and take a sheet of paper. I want you to write only five companies you interact with. So you know the companies you interact with. And once again, if you're watching this on YouTube or TikTok, it is a company you actually interact with. Say you interact with social media. So now I need you to state which platform you interact with. A supermarket. Do you go to Tesco's? Do you go to Asda? State it. A clothing brand. Which brand do you buy from? Is it Debenhams? Is it Pretty Little Thing? State that company. The streaming services. Are you on Netflix? State the company. Are you on YouTube? State the company. For each company, I want you to answer this question. What does the company actually do? If you cannot explain it in simple terms, then you do not know this company. Also, I want you to ask yourself, how does the company actually make money? Don't tell me the company sell phones. No, I will not accept that. I want you to understand the business model. Where does the revenue come from? Does it depend on the product? Does it have a multiple streams here and there? Number 3, is revenue growing? And don't look at one quarter. Look across several years. I want you to see the direction of the business. Number 4, is the company profitable? Revenue and profits are not the same thing. The company can generate billions in revenue and still struggle to produce suitable profits. Number 5, what does the debt look like? I'm not that person who teaches that debt is bad, because you can strategically use debt to build the next level, the next company, the next future. But I want to know, what kind of debt do they have? What is the capacity of their debt? And why did they borrow? So borrowing in itself is actually not bad, but why did the company borrow? These are some of the things I need you to be asking yourself. Number 6, who are their competitors? What stops another company from taking their customers? Can they actually survive if 3 companies also spew out producing the same item, marketing the same item, can they still survive? I want to know why customers are still sticking with this particular company. Why are customers not looking elsewhere? Why do they have the highest volume of people running and chasing for the same product that other companies can also produce? So this is something I'm actually looking for when it comes to why their competitors are still in line with them. Number 6, you are checking what could make this company irrelevant. And I love this question because when people like a company, they only look for reasons the company will succeed. I want you to also look for reasons it could fail. So we're talking about technology, we're talking about regulation, we're talking about competition, we're talking about changing consumer behavior. And what else? What could damage this business? Number 8, what is management doing with the company's money? I'm talking about when they make excess money or the money that actually they make to bridge production and overhead costs. What is management doing it? Are they reinvesting with the money? Are they buying back shares? Are they paying dividends? Are they acquiring other businesses? And does the strategy actually make sense? Number 9, can I see this company solving a relevant problem in the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now? Because if I don't see the company solving problems, then it is not worth my hard-earned money. See, it is your hard-earned money. And so if the company can't stand the test of time for the next chapters, the next decades, then what is the point of me investing in these companies? And so I want to know, what problem is the company solving? At this point, your country matters to me. On YATFINANCE, when I check my metrics, I have people watching from America, UK, Canada, Ghana, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, different places people are watching from. Now, the same fundamentals will work in your jurisdiction where you find yourself, but regulatory is different. Measures when it comes to finances in your jurisdiction is actually different. And so the rules where you live, but don't use your location as a permanent excuse and a reason not to understand businesses and how to invest. Once again, a person in America may have a different platform when it comes to investment. When I talk about ISA, this is United Kingdom. And so if you are in United Kingdom, then of course it is in your jurisdiction. That is an example I am actually talking about. Now, my final thought, have I changed my mind? Yes, I have changed my mind. And the reason is because we may all be excellent in our fields of work. We may be great professionals here and there, but not everyone can manage 10,000 employees. Not everyone can register a business or have a logo. Not everyone can own an Instagram business account. Yes, I do get it. But with everything that I have taught today, everyone can identify businesses they can invest in. Yes, you may be an employee, work 9 to 5, and that is you, but it doesn't stop you from making an extra money. It doesn't stop you from investing in other companies, excellent companies here and there. And so I do get it and I understand you, but please, if you still ask me, I'll still go for businesses on top of any other thing. Now, investing is great, but if you can move into the business side, own businesses, manage businesses, dependent. And if you cannot, also come together with your friends, the people you actually trust, respect, and have love for, and run a business so it may not fall on you. Once again, this is YATFINANCE. I thank God for your life and I can't wait to see you at the top. See you in the next.